why I like this game, why I have played this game for 783 days. And I can say that most of this time I had a lot of fun, and in this video I will showcase my thoughts and ideas about Call of Dragons. We're even gonna compare Call of Dragons to Rise of Kingdoms, Age of Empires Mobile, and of course I will say all the great things which Call of Dragons are bringing into the gaming community, right? And of course it will be my honest opinion. We won't gonna speak about negatives in this video because negatives are enough in our life, and I truly believe that we can be way more positive online than we are right now, right? So basically, why I keep playing this game for such a long time? Well, it's a small story. When I like since my childhood, I'm not a child anymore. I'm already 28. I have been playing games, but from the adulthood, when there is a lot of responsibilities, of course, you can't only like just sit near the computer and play games for 15, 20, 25 hours every day. Not well, of course, not 25, but you know what I mean, right? Play until you want to sleep. So I was looking for the games which I could play with my responsibilities, and I was actually looking for the genre, right? And also in my life, I really like to collect things, and collecting things in life and in games are things which I really like. And I find out that Kingdom Builder games was the genre which was satisfying my needs. Also, it was not that kind of time consuming, and of course, it had some PvP gameplay, which I always love because generally I'm a really competitive person, right, in life and in games also. So my first try was Rise of Kingdoms. My another really big hobby is history, and when I find out that there was a game with the heroes and the kings from the old history, which I know pretty well. Of course, I love the idea. I played it for like, I don't know, maybe 6 months or 1 year. I'm not gonna lie, I had a blast. I loved the like collection stuff, collection thing of the game. I liked the progression. Actually, it was like my first Kingdom Builder game which I have played. Right, it was like I don't know, maybe 4 or 3 years ago or something. I'm not really exact because I remember that the game was not new, but it was not old, right? I remember that Shizgul was the new YouTuber for the Rise of Kingdom. Whenever I started, I remember that I was watching his videos. So that's the story, right? I played it 6 months, maximum 1 year. Not really. I don't remember exactly. And well, I love the idea of collecting stuff, progression, getting better units, upgrading heroes, resources, and then I find out that as a free-to-play player, I was also a free-to-play player. It was almost impossible for me to compete against players, right? And when I knew that there was a competitive stuff inside the game by fighting and the resources for the healing and the hard ways of upgrading heroes and like many different stuff which is connected to the game by the spending, that was my sticking bomb, like I thought. And plus, like it was almost impossible to showcase the way of playing like PvP strategy moving forward, like using artifact, like such as right now, right? There was nothing like that. You were just moving forward. If you were archer, like you still had to go melee range. And that was like things which I did not like, and at some point I did not really quit it, just interest to fade away, and I stopped playing it, right? Randomly, like maybe a couple of years after that, I saw an advertisement on YouTube about the Kingdom Builder game called Call of Dragons, and honestly, I straight away the flashback came that it's like it will be too much pay to win. When I understood that in this game there is a hospital which we can heal for free. And honestly, guys, it was a big surprise. Then, whenever I saw in Kingdom Builder game, there was a free healing. That was absolutely like mind blowing for me, and straight up for me, that was enough to say that I will try this game, because at least this game is giving me a chance to play without spending too much or even spending at all, right? If you're gonna strategize yourself, you will have your first like 1 hour fun. If you are just beginner, you're gonna just play around with your hospital and that's it, right? If you're gonna be, for example, low spender or free to play alliance, it will be all good, right? In my mind, all the ideas came and straight away I tried it. And also, yeah, like we're gonna say it, the graphics of Call of Dragons is like 10 times better than it was Rise of Kingdoms. So basically, I fell in love in Call of Dragons. All like I got the heroes and collecting things stuff from the Rise of Kingdoms. It was still here. Unfortunately, it was not like a real personas like kings and queens and emperors, right? But it was a fun. It's a fantasy. But I like the same stuff, right? We are still collecting the tokens, we are upgrading things, just still collections type of gameplay, right? So basically, I got all the things which I wanted from the Kingdom Builder game, which I loved in Rise of Kingdoms. Plus, we got free healing, we got even better graphics, and what's the most important for me, that the game has this system in terms of PvP, right? We have archers, we have mages, we have infantry, and we have cavalry, right? I won't gonna bring cavalry. So what's my idea? What's my biggest idea why Call of Dragons is just a better game than Rise of Kingdoms or Age of Empires Mobile, which we're gonna speak at last? First of all, when you are fighting like PvE monsters or PvP monsters, if you are melee player, melee march, you just have to go melee, right? If you are ranged march, such as archers, which is this Magrot and Zaida, if you're gonna click on this PV unit, which is Darkling, you will start shooting from the range, right? And for some people, and such as like for Call of Dragons players, this is really normal, right? This is normal. Ranged unit is shooting from the range, melee is going melee. In Rise of Kingdoms, when I played the game, I'm not really sure right now, when I played the game, everything was going melee range. So I had no control, like as a low spender, as a free-to-play player, I had absolutely zero control deciding the gameplay of my own, right? I was just sending the troops and that's it, right? So it was my huge surprise that finally I saw the game which is happening right now. There is even mages, right? Like mages and something like that. There is nothing like this in other games. Mage, right? Another troop type which is shooting from the range. Plus, in Call of Dragons, let me surprise you, we also have flying units, right? I know a lot of players, even myself, I have been shouting for more things in the game, but we have an amazing amount of things if we're gonna compare to other games. So, flyers. Flying units which can fly around the mountains, which can fly around the rivers. Every single faction, unfortunately, faction is a big part, has a different kind of flying units. Like for some factions, some flying units are archers, for some for others, mages and cavalry, right? Depending on your faction. So pretty cool diversity. So the hospital, able to hospital for free, like for healing for free, and the troop type diversity is already enough for me to decide that in terms of pure gameplay, let's not speak about pay to play or free to play friendly, no. Pure gameplay perspective, I think this is way ahead, right? Let's not even think about the graphics and all of this stuff. This is simply ahead of other games. So now, like, why this is like the main reasons why I love this game, right? Like, and also the warped system, right? Like, let's speak about warped system. Like, this game developers at some point, I think even they did not understood how well it would be received to have warped system, but of course I understood from the first thought. It's kind of Pokemon Go, like you are collecting things like around the world, right? Of course people will like it, right? Of course people will like it, and of course it will be a lot like there will be players who could not understand at first how important warpeds were, but at some point, like, people are understanding slowly, and this is a great way of adding power to your account, right? Basically, like if you are even a free-to-play player, of course you will have to spend too much time, but you will have some more pets which will do its job, right? It's not like you can't really do it, right? Even if your alliance will win the KVK, you will get some extra amazing amount of extra crystals, and you will have these skills. At least, even if you are not spending in the game, because of having a good alliance, you will be fine, right? You will be totally fine. So like that's like enough why I like Call of Dragons. That's like my main reasons. And in terms of Age of Empires Mobile, I tried Age of Empires Mobile. I even have some kind of content. Yet again, I went into the trap of loving the history of the world and playing around with the history popular like people like such as Caesar, I don't know, Genghis Khan, and such as, right. So I think it was my trap. I hoped that they would make a history heroes in terms of personas and plus Call of Dragons gameplay. But when I checked Age of Empires Mobile, I tried like couple of months, 3 or 4 months, and when I saw that range units were going melee range and it would be like that for some time, then it was pretty easy decision for me to just change back to the priority to Call of Dragons. Plus, it was like kind of same. There was not like free healing. Of course, I love the idea of having a lot of events and mini games. And basically, in my mind, Age of Empires Mobile is saved the game which has amazing mini games, which was really fun. And I would love to have those kind of mini games in Call of Dragons. That's the thing which I would 100% transfer. Minigames, when you're gonna, like, everybody can finish and complete those minigames, which are really fun, and plus you are getting quite amazing rewards for your Call of Dragons journey. That's what I would pick, and I would choose from, like, other game, the thing which I would want to have, right? And yeah, like, I would say one more thing. When I started the game, at first, I did not really like the idea of artifacts in Call of Dragons. I thought it was like too much item for pay-to-play players. But at some point my mind changed because the artifacts is giving it like a lot of diversity to this game. I understand for a free-to-play and low spender it's really hard to get the artifacts, but don't forget it's a long time game, it's a grind game, and at some point you will have enough artifacts to do a lot of stuff, right? And what I mean why I changed my mind, like for example artifacts such as storm arrows, which you can blink, basically you can blink 21 range, Wolf Woman of Halo, which you can blink and teleport back in 15 seconds. So like this is really cool, right? The Staff of the Prophet, which you can basically teleport you and how many, like 5 nearby friendly legions to a mass distance, and you can do amazing stuff with your alliance members with this artifact. Or which one, like Spiritbone Torque, which can count 5 surrounding enemies. And yeah, like it's amazing because it gives a lot of diversity in the game, especially for PvP, right? Especially for PvP, and everything in this game which gives just players the chance to express the skill is just perfect, right? And let me talk about like last topic, about free-to-play friendly and pay-to-play games. I think like in general this genre is pay-to-play game, but if the game has a skill expression, it's way less pay-to-play than other games, right? Because skill, you can't really buy skill, right? Skill is getting by experience, understanding how game works and stuff like that. So in other games, I think there is less skill, because you are less in control of your troops during the battlefield. Here you are in more control, and you have even artifacts to find out the ideas and the moments which you like are competing during the fight, right? I have seen absolutely amazing moments done by players, done by the alliances, by the use of the artifacts, right? And I think in general artifacts gives a lot of diversity to PvP, and diversity to PvP, or like not always, but mostly I think gives help to free-to-play and low spenders, and less to high spenders, right? That's the idea which I'm trying to say. So I think 783 days, and we are going strong. I'm gonna try my best to keep same fun and same positive energy as I had all of these days. And yeah, hope you have liked the content and especially this video. If you do, press like, subscribe, share. Sometimes I just like to do these talking videos because generally sometimes I like to talk, generally not, but yeah, it happens, right? Thanks for watching. I hope everybody will have amazing day, morning, and night wherever you are. We are going to see each other really, really soon. Bye bye and good luck.